Is it just as intimate to have an enemy as it is to have a lover?
In this episode of An Intimate History of Feminism, I'm looking at June Jordan's poem, I Must Become a Menace to My Enemies. Jordan starts off by saying, I will no longer lightly walk behind a one of you who fear me. Be afraid.
Intimacy isn't just positive. Jordan is saying no matter the veneer of your hierarchy, you have safety because you run away, and I have the bravery to run towards you. If I catch you outside, we're both two human beings. Doesn't matter if you're a leader of the free world and I'm a poet.
However, Jordan ends the poem by saying, if I ever were to let love go, because the hatred and the whisperings became a phantom dictates, I obey in lieu of impulse and realities, the blossoming flamingos of my wild mimosa tree, then let love freeze me out. I must become a menace to my enemies.
It's a kiss of death. It's a condescending wink. Jordan is saying, my mission is so much bigger than revenge. And after I have removed you as the gatekeeper of resources, we will have new ways to deal with people like you.
The poem is dedicated to Agostinho Neto, who was the first president of the People's Republic of Angola. His Marxist-Leninist party drove out the Portuguese colonists. This was part of a big wave of Pan-Africanism, which scared the imperialist powers because there is an intimacy in people looking inwards towards themselves, saying, we want to rebuild our society on a new ideology that decenters trade and leans more towards the Soviet Union, towards Cuba and the USSR. What if we could create a new axis of power? White supremacist culture relies on power, relies on you believing that they are powerful. June Jordan in the US is seeing a new wave of imperialism, which is trying to cement white supremacy in Africa and around the world. If white people can stay as a distinct class that are morally superior because they're civilized and there's all these preconceived notions about them, that will stop white working class people joining any type of revolutionary action, and it will continue to prop up the US government and their imperialist war machine. The CIA can be emboldened to try and overthrow presidents all around Africa, to go back to their people at home and say, we are doing this for white civilization to be just like us, but there is a subtext that they will be colonial subjects still.
She is showing the cracks in the propaganda of the US government.
Directly speaking to someone is incredibly intimate. It pierces through any other type of noise. It's a very dangerous vocation to insert into the US consciousness, and it made Agostinho a target for the CIA, who did covert and overt missions to try and overthrow him. June Jordan is my favorite anti-war poet. Jordan shows that poetry is a visceral weapon to negate white supremacist culture, and we can speak with love and kindness and admiration to one another. Not only is she speaking about her role as a diaspora radical, she's speaking about Pan-Africanism, and she is marking a celebration of Agostinho. These are all acts of love and deep intimacy.
If you like this analysis, come back tomorrow for another episode of An Intimate History